And I think I'm live. Welcome to the stream. This is just going to be a relatively quiet drawing stream. I might be joined later by a special guest, but we'll see how that works out. In the meantime, I guess enjoy the drawing. Hi Cameron, welcome to the stream, and thank you for subscribing. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, those are not fun. Hope you get better soon though. Sounds good. Oops. Sounds pretty good. How is it? Hello, Hyro. Welcome to the stream. Hi Yankee, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy my drawing. It's still kind of in the early phase. That's pretty much what I have so far. I usually just do a kind of a rougher drawing, and then I'll just draw over that. And if it turns out well enough, I'll stop. Otherwise, I just keep redrawing the thing until it looks right. Thank you. Glad you guys like it so far. Hey Pascal, how's it going? One moment. Pascal's gonna be joining us. In theory. Just setting it up. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
You're muted. Or am I muted?
What?
I think I am muted. Or not muted, Yep, wrong, try talking now.
Talking now.
I hear you now.
Okay.
I had the wrong sound source for Discord. Turn the music down a little bit.
Why do I hear an echo?
You have an echo?
Oh, you know what? It's me. I have the stream open.
Oh, yeah. As they say on the radio, if you're going to call in, turn off your radio.
Oh, it was funny.
Yes. So this is it so far.
Looks good.
I might have made you look a little too young.
And quite smug.
Well, that's the intention.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want that youthful look, or do you want me to try to age it up?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So interesting trying to collab while drawing.
Yeah.
Just ignore
Hopefully
the fact that
it's
the
not too
light.
distracting.
What was that?
Said hopefully it's not too distracting.
It's fine.
Is it though? The way you said it, it doesn't sound like it is.
It's a new experience.
Oh, I can imagine.
But
Makes
so
you think
is
of the think of the days back in school, and it's like you're sitting there doodling something on a piece of paper, and then someone just comes up behind you. Hey, what you drawing? Hey, what you doing? What you doing? What you got over there? Huh? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Uh, people in school learn not to do that to me.
Oh, you were one of those kids.
What kids?
The kids that gave you the, if you talk to me or say anything to me, I'm gonna give you the stink eye and just, I'm just gonna look you to death.
Oh, I didn't look you to death. I just told you to beat it.
Scram, kid.
I was an old curmudgeon even back then. I would like
there
you
at
to
the
take a
desk
look.
with people of the same age, and you're just like, back in my day. It's like, dude, you're 12.
I mean, I would let people look, but then I would not proceed on drawing. You would not get a show out of me.
I see.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
How's ye old weather?
Cold. And snowy. And icy. Well, it's supposed to warm up. So that'll be nice. Getting kind of sick and tired of driving around in the snow. Very pretty to look at, not so much dealing with anything else with it.
Yeah, I'm sick of ice. So much.
So much. I'll be happy when it's gone.
Same.
At least not on the roads and sidewalks.
Oops. Do you want to see
What have
how?
you done?
What?
I said, what have you done?
So you remember that little brooch?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna see how I do it.
Okay.
In theory. If you're still watching.
A game theory?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just a regular one.
Yeah, I got smart and just muted this stream.
Good.
Just remember that it's going to be delayed.
What do you think?
Guess that's one way to do it.
You didn't think I was gonna draw a bajillion little circles, did you?
Nope. I mean, I don't blame you. That looked like it'd be a pain in the ass.
Oops.
Oops. Of course, I don't know why you said oops. It's gonna take a second.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Why'd I give you this?
What?
The brooch, whatever you call it. However you pronounce it.
The brooch.
Brooch. I should check what some of the fan arts have done for you, see what they did.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of it's been simplified. Actually, I guess I could look. Actually, now I think about it, that one with Lost Abyss I don't have downloaded yet. I need to go find it. Yeah, from what I see, everybody really has it simplified.
Gotcha. Better put this on its own layer. Be a real shame to delete it.
That'd be a lot of work that would just disappear.
And now the cool thing they started implementing basically painting with invisibility.
Oh.
You'll see it.
Eventually.
I'm actually not deleting anything underneath.
Nice. So do you feel like sharing with the class what you're doing?
What do you mean?
How you're erasing that without actually erasing it?
So I'm using my normal pen tool that I've been drawing with, and I choose invisibility instead of a color.
Nice.
And then I just color it in. And despite all that, I can still see it shows up underneath. Like normal.
Pretty cool.
It is. Unfortunately, this is all in the wrong position, but that's okay.
Uh,
Let's see. Still doesn't look right. I guess that's good enough. we can talk.
Can we?
Yes.
Actually, I never did ask. Am I coming in okay?
You are for me. I'm using the same settings as I am with our normal collab, so
Okay. I did just kind of pop in, so I wasn't sure.
if it worked then, it should work now.
Nice.
And I did check the stream, and he sounded fine.
Cool.
I meant, from Derail.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm using the same settings, so unless you changed yours.
No. No, I left everything as is.
Oh. For reference. A little bit of a height difference. We hadn't quite figured out your height.
Yeah, I know we were talking about it.
But you are shorter.
Yes.
Because I pretty much determined Riker's like 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah.
Unless she goes down to her heels, at which point she loses like 14 inches. But she doesn't normally stand on her heels, so
Right.
that'd be uncomfortable. You can't see it, but what I'm doing right now technically isn't really all that necessary, but it's something I just like to do.
Yeah.
I have to keep the paths relatively clean. Because I hate like all this extra
Yeah, I
points.
see you're removing the points. Yeah.
And I just want it nice and clean.
Yeah.
It has no real benefit. It's just something I like to do.
Okay. You have fun with your drawing autism.
I mean, I'll take it.
Okay.
I have yet to design what your scythe will actually look like. You gave me some ideas, but I still need to implement them.
Yeah. I mean, most of what I have is just AI renders anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh,
And
right.
honestly, a lot of them are not very consistent anyway, so.
I'll probably base it off of your lantern that I designed.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good thing.
One of these days, this line will work. Let's see. wing, kind of.
Kind of wing.
Hi, Daniel. Yep, just... chill.
Just chill drawing.
Do you still want me to maintain the, Lord of the Rings reference?
It's up to you if you want to. I know that was just kind of on a whim.
I mean, we can keep the ring for sure, but...
It was funny.
let's see. This is gonna be so messy in terms of layers.
It'll be fine.
Alright, this is gonna be draped.
It's also funny knowing that you haven't seen it.
Yes. The Lord of the Ring references, when I was making his original reference sheet, I added a ring around one of the claws of his wing. And I forget how I think I said, do you want this to be the one ring? And he's like, yeah, go for it. So I wrote these little inscriptions in. Kind of make it look like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was you or me that said it though.
That was a while ago.
I get the feeling it was me joking about it being the one ring, and then you like
Oh,
scribbled
right.
on it, and you're like, here you go.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I just drew a random ring there because I thought that would be a nice accent. And you're like, what is that, the one ring?
Yeah.
And then we went on from there.
And you're just like, oh, okay.
It does look like it's saying PPP. I'll change it later.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you're trying to put PPP or Pippa.
It's that disease.
Disease?
Yeah, you know. Pipkin.
Oh, Pipkin, yeah. I didn't realize it was an actual language.
It isn't. It's just subliminal messaging coming through because of the Pipkin.
I see. I'm seeing what I want to see.
Yes, pretty much. It does not say Pippa. I have a P here, yes, but that's for Pascal. It's on the original one too. The original drawing.
Lore drop.
I don't know if you noticed or not.
I don't think I did.
There's probably little details, even on your reference, that you're unaware of, that I just added something in. It has some relevance, but you're unaware of it. Maybe. What does your sleeve look like? That's right. Piplish, yes. Need to make that an actual thing.
Oh yeah, there's a P on there. Now I just feel like I need to look at my reference sheet with a fine tooth comb. See what you've done.
I put nothing bad on, trust me.
No, it's like an Easter egg hunt.
I think I pointed out most of the stuff to you. It was just little things like that I just kept to myself. Alright, now for your favorite part.
What's my favorite part? Oh, I see now.
I know you had me upgrade the reference sheet to make it more obvious, but most are unaware of this. The Pascal lore. And what does that part? I am wholly incapable of drawing proper circles, especially with a tablet. I can get pretty good on paper,
Yeah.
but not with tablet.
You do you.
It's a matter of control.
And you have no control.
I mean, on a tablet, it feels like I'm drawing with or that detail really punched it.
Yeah.
To oblivion. You'll see what I mean. Really shows that curvature of the planets.
Uh-huh.
The battle of the planets with the buttons of the shirts. Make sense?
Yeah.
Bet you
Totally
never...
understand what you're talking about.
Come on, the delay should have been over with by now.
What?
The delay. You should be able to see what I'm talking about.
No, I see it.
The warfare against the buttons.
Yes.
Yes.
Very intense battle.
As for Battle of the Planets, that's based off an old anime. It's called, went by a few different names. The official name is Gatchaman. It's pretty old. It started in the 70s.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
I guarantee you've heard it before. It's a very influential piece of anime. Gatchaman is the name. It also went under the name Battle of the Planets and G-Force and Eagle Riders. Take your pick. The most accurate one, I believe, was Battle of the Planets. Maybe I can't remember. I only watched G-Force back in the day. That's what I had. And yeah, I do realize this finger is horribly mangled. Usually I'll just do a rough finger and go back to it when I feel up for the frustration. These hands are not same size. Or are they? Actually, they are. They just need refinement, but I'll handle that later.
Wait, so is Gatchaman?
Gatchaman. G-A-C-H-A-M-A-N.
Yeah, is Gatchaman Crowds in the same universe as that? Or is that a totally different show?
What are?
Gatchaman Crowds? It's like Gatchaman, but with crowds at the end of it?
I believe that's a
CROWS?
reboot.
It is a reboot? Okay.
I believe it is, because it
I
was...
think I remember watching it, because I decided just to look it up, and it's like, I recognize those characters from that anime series.
Yeah. I remember that now, yeah. It is. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's a reboot.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I mean, it's like 2011, 2012, and then
Yeah.
all the other all the other series is like 1978, 1994, yeah, 1980.
They had a one in the 90s. It was on Nickelodeon in the US.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was even more shocked that it was actually decent.
Yeah.
The animation was very nice. It stood out from all the other stuff they had going on.
Yeah, I definitely recognize this female character from that
June
2013 series.
or whatever. I don't know what they called her later.
Hajime Ichinose?
Yeah, that's probably a real name. I know it was June because that's what she was called in
Yeah.
G-Force. G-Force. Man, that theme song was sweet.
I'll take your word for it.
Let's look up the G-Force song sometime.
I also should probably not put my hand in front of my face. What the
I do it all the time. It's fine.
I do it too, just because it's like I'm thinking and I just like inadvertently put my hand over my mouth and it's like, wait.
There, I just put my hand over my face. Did it again. It actually makes it look like I'm eating something that's above me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Belt time. That's too curved. I'm sure some people recognize it, but the software is Clip Studio Paint Pro. In case anyone's wondering what I'm using. Same thing you use, yeah. It's pretty nice. I really like it. Before this, I used Fire Alpaca, which is actually, I think, still a pretty decent raster drawing program. I actually prefer its pen control more, even now. Oops. You'll see what I mean.
Oops.
However, switching over to a vector graphics program is night and day. They just don't really compete. Yeah, the angle's still not perfect, but... That's okay. Alright, this, insane thing. Can you see the flower? You know where all the belts are?
Flower.
Yeah, there's a little red, tongue up at the top of the belts.
Like in stream or on my reference?
On your reference. Ever notice that?
Where is it at now?
There's a little, like, tongue right above where the belts are.
Yeah.
Do you see the gold flower?
I must have a low-res version of this downloaded because it just looks like a gold blob.
That's what I was afraid of. I could have sworn I was saying the full one. Oh well. It's okay.
Oh well.
I went a bit ham on it with detail.
Okay, now that is kind of sad. It's sad that you put that much work into it.
It is like, one of the most
just a gold
detailed
blob on
parts
my
of
end.
the entire drawing, actually.
Oh my god.
Belts.
Belts.
CLP is the first I used of its type. Got it back when it was Mongo Studio. Actually, I did get Mongo Studio back in the day. I just barely used it because I could not stand using a tablet. So I kind of gave up on it, like, after using it twice. Before, I only did vector graphics and pixel art for character art because I didn't have a drawing tablet. Ah. Pretty much up until January of last year, I didn't do any tablet stuff. I would try to use a tablet every now and then, but I'd hate it every single time and just put it away. Hence why my original tablet was bought back in 2006. That's why it's so old, or was so old. I've retired it since for a newer one. Forgive these terrible drawings right here. I just need to put something down for reference. Maybe I made your character too complicated.
Says the guy that put most of the detail in this one flower that I can't even see.
Look, I want it to look like a VTuber model.
I think it does.
It does. But at great cost. Namely, to the sanity of anyone that tries to actually put all the proper details in.
Yep.
Like I am right now. I'm looking at it, I'm like, you idiot. Why'd you do this?
It caused immense pain.
Well, VTuber models are usually very complicated, so.
They can be, yeah.
So, I'm like, well, Pascal wants a VTuber model. I'm going to give him a VTuber model. I'll clean it up later. It does take a while to get used to it. To drawing tablets. Especially the ones where you do not look at the screen. Which is what I use. I originally wanted a tablet that you would look at the screen, but then I just kind of got used to not. And now I would never want to switch. What am I doing with this shape?
Yeah, then I actually went backwards.
Yeah, you started with one where you could actually see what you're doing on it.
Yeah. But then I realized the limitations of having a actual tablet that has a screen on it. And then the screen ends up being too damn small.
Well, you bought a small one. A lot of people
Yeah,
buy
I did.
like 20-inch monsters.
Yeah, they buy these gargantuan tablets, and it's like, oh, no wonder I can't see what the fuck I'm doing.
But the thing is with those tablets is they give you terrible posture. There's so
Yeah,
many
they do.
artists that I know of that have them, and it's like they complain about neck and back pain and all that. It's because they're stooped over their tablet.
Yep.
While with a one where you don't even look at it, well, you can sit however you want.
Yeah, you can. Because, I mean, you're still... It's like, although you are still holding a stylus and drawing on a tablet, you're more focused at looking at the monitor. So your head's more level. It's just getting used to the whole, you know, you're drawing and moving your hand on something that you're not actually looking down at all the time.
It's probably why I have less accuracy compared to a pencil.
Probably.
But I'm willing to accept that. Because I don't want the alternative anymore. It's too zoomed in for that. Tablet computer. When I went to Offkai, I took my my tablet with me for drawing. I made 3 drawings while I was out there every night.
Every night he was drawing.
It's true. And that helped reinforce.
I learned of your cursed stylus holding.
I did. I showed you how I hold pencils.
It's disturbing.
And many rejoiced.
No one rejoiced.
I have a fun and innovative way of holding a pencil.
It makes no sense.
Speaking in my music, what? No, stop talking. No. Oh well.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
No, the music. You can't hear it because you muted the stream, but there's voices.
There's voices. I hear them. I hear the voices.
Yeah, that's what I thought with pen and paper. Like, I prefer it too over a tablet. Though, it's a hassle to set up when I just pick up the tablet. How do I hold it? Okay, here's my best description. First of all, you use your left hand. Second,
Already messed up.
bend your thumb at 90 degrees, like a perfect 90 degrees. Put the pencil against the thumb while it's in that kind of semi-broken state. Now, bring your fingers down so your index is right above the thumb. The middle finger is now down a little bit further at an angle. And the other 2 fingers now join it. And the little finger is at the tip of the pencil, helping to control it. That's how I hold a pencil. And stylus, and anything that's, you know, pencil-like.
It's okay, Chad, if you don't understand how he actually holds it. It's cursed anyway.
Fun and innovative.
Innovative is a word.
The key is the 90-degree bent in the thumb. If you can manage that, then you're good. If you can't, you can kind of do it, but you'll have less control.
I sound like a caveman.
See, everyone always makes fun of cavemen, but they were smart in their own way.
In their
What
own
we have
way.
now is knowledge, but that didn't exist. The knowledge we have now did not exist then. So they came up with their own methods, which were quite ingenious for the time. 50 years from now, people will look back at this time and be like, wow, they're really dumb.
I mean, you could do it right now.
We
Why
can do it
wait?
right now, yes, but I'm saying it's going to be even worse. It's just the nature of advancement of society and cultures. This song's making my whole speech sound really corny right now.
As it should.
How's your boots shaped anyway? They're kinda...
Like a boot.
No, they have a certain shape to them. Okay. They have... No. Kind of like that. I know the heel's messed up. I'm just trying to get the toe box to work. Exactly. Advanced science is effectively magic. Or will be indiscernible from magic, as it's often said. I haven't drawn a boot in so long. This looks terrible. I think my original shape was better. Well, this is also the inner part of the boot. Oh, I was drawing the outer part. Good enough. I can fix it later. The average drawing takes me 2 days of line art. And 1 day of coloring. Even in simple science nowadays, people don't even know that what the laws of thermodynamics or how they work. They think ice radiates cold the same way sun radiates heat. True.
True.
I would argue, but is that knowledge that they need? But considering how things are, it's like they have no excuse. At least with something more considered more primitive. They're more concerned with survival. They don't need to know all that. Nowadays, there's really no excuse. Need to draw the shoulder in. Oh.
Yeah, it was always fun learning that in automotive stuff, particularly dealing with air conditioning. It's something you don't really think about until you actually get into the science of it as to how it actually works.
Yeah, there's also the practicalness of it, of knowing some things.
Because a lot of people don't know that, because people just think, get in car, turn on AC, cold air blow out of air vents, and it's like that's actually not how it works.
How does it work? Let's make it content.
Well, for you to understand how it actually works, it's it's not so much cold air getting blown out of the air vents. It's actually air being conditioned to no longer have heat in it. And that conditioned air is then blown out of the air vents at you.
Hence the name air
And that,
conditioning.
yes, hence the name air conditioning. It conditions the air. And essentially what it does is it takes all the hot air out of the car, puts it into the evaporator that's on the outside of your car, and then the heat evaporates into the atmosphere. Fun stuff.
People think stuff just works, but have no idea how. They just take it for granted. But if they lose access to tools, they have no idea how to operate. That is very true. And that is actually how you can make the argument in a lot of sci-fi settings where people regress, and then people reading are like, well, how in the world are you going to slide backwards that far and lose access to all this technology and everything? And it's like, that's totally unrealistic.
It's happened in history multiple times.
Yeah, but their argument is the total annihilation of it. Like, we might have slid back, but we never lost, like... We always had once we achieved a certain level of technology, we were able to maintain it rather consistently, regardless of what happens. In the past, obviously. Nowadays, that won't work, because people don't know how to grow food and things like that.
Yeah.
But...
It still boggles the mind that there are people that literally get up, go to the grocery store, and go buy milk, and they have no idea where it comes from.
Yeah.
Like
That's a new level.
legit will be like, well, where do you get milk from? And they're just like, well, you go get it from the store.
Yeah, that's a new level that humanity has never achieved before.
Yeah.
It's
First world
something
problems.
special. It's something special.
For sure.
All right, time for Pascal's
Think like
second
it's
favorite.
Do what?
Your second favorite thing.
Oh boy.
Or I don't know, could be your first favorite. How high up do these go? But yeah, regression of civilization technology is a very realistic aspect.
Definitely.
I just remember seeing arguments in for Warhammer 40k where people are like, how in the world does the Imperium lose or humanity lose that much tech? And it's like, quite easily. When you consider all the things that happened in that setting. Because the things you see in the setting is not what humanity has actually achieved. It's the decaying remnants of it.
Mm.
Like, their technology level was so much more advanced than what you see.
Yeah.
But that's for the fiction writers. Whenever they want to
Yeah.
go into it. And sometimes they do, and it's like, wow, that'd be pretty neat. To see in the game. It would totally unbalance it and make it not fun, but it'd be kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Now, don't even get me started with college.
I know nothing of college. Kind of like what I said on Twitter. I technically didn't actually graduate high school. I walked across the stage, but I don't have a diploma.
So they didn't hand you anything when they did not call your name. You're just up there.
They called my name. I walked across the stage. I got handed a little booklet thing that
Try
quote unquote
harder.
was my diploma, but there was nothing in it.
Wow.
In fact, nobody's diplomas were in it.
Well, this is my college experience. Some of the courses were interesting. Some of them were informative. Half of them I could have taught myself. Either to myself or I was actually just better than the professor. Depending on what it was. And when I realized that, it was like, this is frustrating.
Yeah. College is gay, Pascal. You missed nothing. That's generally the consensus that I get.
College is needed for some careers, but the majority of people do not need to go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know these boots look terrible.
I get the feeling that a lot of it, at least for me anyways, is like it's just the boomers just telling everybody that it's like, well, for you to get anywhere in life, you just have to go to college. Doesn't matter what you do, what course you take or anything. It's just like you just have to go to college. It's the only way you're going to get anywhere in life. Otherwise, you're just going to be some deadbeat flipping burgers.
I mean, there was truth to what they said, though. A lot of businesses, they would look to see if you have a diploma. They didn't care what it was with or for. If you have one, they'll consider you. If you don't, they'll pass you automatically. The idea was to show that you have commitment, that you can stick through it for 4 or 6 years and come out with a diploma. If you could do that, that means you have the ability to commit to a long-term job, because career jobs do not want you to just leave all the time, usually, at least in the past. And that's where that concept came from. That's changed.
Oh yeah, it's definitely changed.
I learned nothing in college, just adult daycare. Kinda, except they don't even do the daycare part right half the time. But yeah, most of it you can self-teach. If you have the internet, even better now. You are more empowered to learn at that level than ever before through the power of the internet. It's just most people don't take advantage of it.
No, they don't.
Which is one of the greatest travesties of our time.
Yep.
Never before have we had so much knowledge at our fingertips than right now, and most of it goes to waste.
Yep.
Think what people in the past could have accomplished with that. This music's putting me in the mood.
I can't hear it, so I'm fine.
Normally I listen to Kamen Rider music when I draw now.
I can't remember what I was listening to whenever I was drawing.
Alright, we'll get rid of the Piplish.
No.
Mainly because I need to fix this ring. You excited for the Satisfactory collab coming up?
So excited.
Speaking of adult daycare,
Yep, that's literally my whole job during that.
I'm sure no one will show me how to do what I need to do again.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'll go over to someone like, hey, show me how to do this. And they'll just zap me.
Oh, yeah,
You'll do it too.
definitely.
That's why I can never learn that game. Besides the fact that I just don't want to sit down and learn it on my own. It's
not that bad.
The problem is just not a game that it's not my kind of game that I'd play by myself. So it's hard to just sit down and learn it on my own. But I'm more than willing to acknowledge that it is a very good game. It's very well made.
Good.
And I can see why people get obsessed with it.
Oh, yeah, you can get all OCD autistic with it
Yeah.
very easily.
It'll never happen to me, but I have other games that do that.
It definitely happened to me.
Yes, I know. Well, like I said, my Skyrim is the game. Is my equivalent.
Yeah, because you got a lot more time in Skyrim than I do in Satisfactory.
I think it was around, I don't remember now, 1,300 hours? Or, no, it was more than that.
Yeah, I swore it was more than that.
Was it 13,000? No, it couldn't have been.
That's insane. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't know. All I know is it was a good chunk more than your Satisfactory numbers. And I'm proud and embarrassed of that.
Yeah, because I'm approaching 1,500 hours in Satisfactory.
Yeah, I was higher than that. Maybe it was 3,000. That sounds alright, actually.
Yeah. I know I said my like 13 or 1,400 hours. Then you dropped your Skyrim hours, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Though, to be honest, to give credit to you, my hours have been generating since 2011. Your hours was just a few years or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're worse off than I was. Until we factor in
I wonder if it
Oblivion.
would actually show when I actually downloaded it.
But before constant Skyrim playing, I was doing constant Oblivion playing. That came before Skyrim. And here is my hot take. Oblivion was better. Than Skyrim. Just Skyrim had better controls. Because of advancement in technology. Playing, let's see, Monster Hunter. How should this fit? I played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite on my PSP. I have, I think it was 482 logged hours. And you can probably add an extra hour to it of the amount of times where I got so frustrated I just shut the game off and throw my PSP across the room.
Oh, nice.
I'd always aim it at, like, something soft, like a bed or a couch.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't break. Because there's no way I'm going to break this expensive device.
Yeah.
My favorite rage monster was the Diablos. I hate that thing. I hate the noises it makes. I hate its moveset. And I hate that it's it has like a hip check thing. Or no, it's a tail. I don't know why my voice getting all gravelly. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, go hydrate.
How about now? Yep, it's fine.
Much better.
Oh no, its tail had this colossal hitbox. It would clearly not hit you, but it hits you. Also, it's tall enough where you can use the biggest weapons in the game and you can't reach the monster because its legs are too tall. And hitting the legs does no damage because you bounce. Hate that thing. My favorite monster from that era was the Kezu, because it looks like raw nightmare fuel. And its weird screeching, wait, I put all this detail into the hair and I have to erase it.
Uh-oh.
Because of the wing. Look at this. Look at this mop. I did a pretty good job with it. Guess I should continue working on this arm. There.
Want to know something funny too?
Huh.
You want to know what my second highest playtime is in a video game? At least on Steam?
What?
It's Derail Valley, and it's not even 300 hours.
I could probably find something longer on mine. I don't know what. I have a lot of logged hours in Vermintide. 1 and 2. Especially 1.
Yeah.
That's a game I like to play with you sometime.
What is it?
Vermintide.
Vermintide?
Yeah, it's a Warhammer game.
Oh, okay. I definitely won't know about it.
It's pretty good, and it's very accessible. It's perfect for baby's first Warhammer. It's getting chilly where you're at. By chilly, do you mean like negative weather or negative temperatures, or just like getting kind of cold? Whatever your version of cold might be, because standards are different depending on where you go. Like for someone in Florida, like 60 degrees is freezing. And if you talk to someone from further north, like Illinois or something, then they'll be like, oh, clearly cold weather is when it's like 24 degrees. Kind of just depends where you're at.
I don't know. Whenever it was going below 0 here, I'd say it's pretty fucking cold.
Well, yeah, that is correct. That is cold. Whoops. I think my highest is Persona 3 at 120 plus hours. Several times I've restarted it. I mean, that's a pretty good time. Amount of time, too. I mean, the only way to really log these insane hours is you've already beaten it and you're just constantly replaying it. $45. Yeah, that's warm.
Oh, they're also saying it's 65 in the house. That's pretty chilly.
$65 is a bit chilly. suppose I could do a little bit of cleanup or enhancement. For hair, I've stopped trying to do perfect lines for it. You'll see in a lot of my older art, like the line art for it is perfectly even, immaculately clean, and devoid of character, as I like to describe it. I hated how it looked. I don't do that anymore. Instead, I usually accept the mistakes, let them sit, because it adds personality to it. Having uneven lines adds depth. Of course, you know, you can fix the major mistakes, but
Yeah.
now I don't go crazy and just make everything perfect anymore.
Yeah.
As I look at other people's line art, and it's like, I want to do that. Why doesn't my line art look like that? Well, it's because I sucked all the humanity out of it. Why isn't this working? Oh. It's kind of evident on the reference sheet I put out today. If you compare the newest drawing to the other two major drawings on there, the lines look a lot nicer on the new one.
Yeah.
They don't have that weird thickness to them. But the lines, I guarantee you, are still thick. As is my way.
Good.
I like thick lines. I cannot lie.
They should be thicker.
You're right. You happy?
Yes, it's perfect.
Alright, I'm done with this bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Steam kind of opens up your eyes to how much you actually are playing, for better or worse. Oh, I probably could have replaced that message I have up about not speaking much. But that was back before you showed up.
Back before I showed up.
Everything was great until PascalSaucer showed up.
I showed up and I ruined everything.
Well, what do you think of it so far? Whenever you eventually see it.
Yeah, right now you're just zoomed in.
Yeah, I zoomed out.
Very nice.
Oh, you can see it now?
Yes.
Yeah, the boots are a mess, but...
And it needs more thigh squish.
I haven't... Alright, well, wait a moment. You'll catch up.
I just assumed it was something you're gonna do later.
No, I'm doing it right now, actually. You just gotta wait for the delay.
Okay.
How's that? Whenever you get there. You like that?
Much better. I approve.
There's more to come. Yes. That might be a little too severe, though. Truer words were never spoken, Daniel. Just need to fix these chunky knees. Alright. A little too much. You're growing really silent all of a sudden.
I'm EP.
Okay, I didn't know if it was the subject matter.
What?
Nothing.
What are you saying?
Saying I'm distracting you.
Yes, from sleep.
Beautiful art. Let's just undo the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's the right position now. I got a serious question for you, Pascal.
What?
Why are you a femboy?
I am not. I've just made questionable decisions and decided to post them on Twitter.
Is that not what a femboy would do?
No. Definitely not.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
Why?
Most positive.
Why are you so sure?
Because I am.
Sounds like a cope.
It is not a cope.
I can't wait to get emotes. I have a cope. Copium emote. He'll suggested to me to ask you that question to wake you up.
He acts like I can't see that.
I don't know, man. What do you think? Yeah, you can see my mouse. Yeah,
Yep.
you'll get there eventually.
You get where?
Or what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.
You know, the delay.
Yes, it's much better.
Round out the knees a little bit. It's unfortunate you can't get emotes till so late.
Yeah, I know. Someday, maybe.
Someday, maybe, like you said. Pascal's close to monetization in his channel. I thought it was 500.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when the hell did I get 400 plus subscribers?
I mean, you're a lot closer than I am, but
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not near 500. And that only unlocks super chats. That's not like full monetization.
I think it does give you emotes though.
Does it?
I think so.
No.
Only like a few, but I think it gives you some. At least I hope so. That's the main reason why I want to hit 500. I want custom emotes. I have drawing ideas for them, and I want to do them.
Well, that sucked to see. I've gone a whole week without no new subscribers.
You gone a week without?
A whole week. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I've been only streaming once a week.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy. I've been getting multiple new subscribers these last 2 weeks. It's very encouraging.
Yeah, that's good.
One thing I do want to do is merch.
Yeah.
But it just feels weird. You're like, here's a merch release when I have 35 subscribers. It feels presumptuous, you know?
Yeah.
Once I get high enough that I feel it's worth it, then I'll look into actually doing merch. One day.
One day. I mean, for what, I need to justify having a P.O. box.
Yeah.
Because I know there for a while I was looking into getting a P.O. box, and it's just like, man, this P.O. boxes are not cheap.
No.
Especially if you're not, like, using it all the time, like for a business or something.
Well, that's what
It's
they're
just
usually
hard to
intended
justify
for.
it. Yeah, it's hard to justify the money.
Bit of marketing might go a long way. Yeah. I just don't know what kind of marketing I need. I'm pretty new to doing all this. Right now I'm just taking the approach, if you build it, they'll come. And that's very slow. That's a slow way of doing things. Though apparently,
I know the majority of mine has all just been done on Twitter, so...
Yeah, I mean, I advertise all the time on... or mention all the time on Twitter.
Yeah. Definitely no expert.
Did Martin give y'all's a rundown? Not really. I mean, the streaming thing was not his idea. We kind of just want to do it on our own. probably... Though he did give the advice of, if you want to grow numbers rapidly, make documentary videos. Because apparently that's where he got a lot of his growth, where he really took off. It wasn't streaming, it was his videos.
Yeah, it was definitely his Face Connect deep dive videos for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I found him
Same.
originally.
His
It was through the Pippa one.
yeah. I'm really glad he brought him back.
Yeah.
This took a little bit of a push. An Oshi push.
Ha 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 ha.
The reason why he brought him back was I had mentioned Mullington, I think, to Oshi Push or something. I mean, they are new about him and working with him. But they like mentioned that he's very informative. I'm like, yeah, his videos are fantastic. And then they're like, yeah, too bad he took down his original videos. And I'm like, I copied that and sent it to him in DMs. And then he's like, oh, I guess I'll put him back up. So you can thank Oshi Push for bringing back the old Face Connect videos.
Nice.
I'll be honest, I didn't know Japan Made Games was like that. Or like this. They've done some missteps, but you know, they're trying to correct them. Which I find is really cool. But just their they seem to try to integrate a little bit with the community, you know?
Yeah.
Because they have all these VTubers reviewing the game and all that, and because I knew them before Oshi Push, because they had another card game that I played. I didn't own it, but some of my friends played, and they wrote me into playing it, called Tantokure. And they had another game that I did not play because I just don't like that kind of game. I don't remember the name of it though. But Japan Made Games is pretty old company, actually. When it comes to anime stuff.
Yeah, I'm
took
kind
the-
of glad they made the changes for the cards for those that got the debut packs.
What was that?
I said I'm glad they decided to make those changes that they did for those that bought the debut packs through the Kickstarter.
Oh, definitely. Because it felt like we were getting left behind for a while.
Yeah, it really did.
Like we're the
Because I had
second
no
ring.
idea that they were gonna do the whole debut versus actual retail cards. I didn't realize there was gonna be different cards.
Well, I was getting the hint that they were going to, but I figured it was just going to be something minor.
Yeah.
Not like, oh wow, why does the new card look so much nicer, art-wise?
Yeah. Whereas a lot of the debut cards, it's like they're just using reference.
Yeah. Mullerton took the videos down because he was embarrassed of them. Because there was early work.
He thought they were cringe.
I mean, of course they're cringe. It's about Phase Connect.
And he was cringe.
And he still is. I say he's more cringe now than he ever was before.
Oh boy.
I'm sure he would agree.
Yeah, probably.
Having fun online is cringe. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Gotta learn to just not care.
Yeah. That's the hard part, though.
You've got one life to live, might as well not worry about things all the time.
I'm glad someone else noticed the escalation of Wellington cringe.
Yeah.
I love vector paths. I learned how to do vectors back in Illustrator. So when I saw this, and it's like, vector, I love vector. Also, of the Knuckles Chaotix, he's my favorite one. I don't like what they did to him, though. But I just enjoy manipulating paths and shaping them. One of my earliest Pippa drawings, which is sold on the Capitalist Guild site, is the circular, or that drawing of Pippa in that circle. This is, PPP. Remember that one?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Pretty sure I do.
Oh. Well, in any case, that was done entirely in Illustrator using paths. I did not draw it. I would literally slap down a line like this and just shape them into that whole drawing. Like the head was effectively that, just all merged into one line. Unfortunately, paths don't work quite the same here, so it's hard to really show it, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm not going to spend time getting it perfect, but you can kind of see what I was doing. And that's how the whole drawing went. Even the colors are all vector paths. It made for a pretty interesting experience trying to clean it up. Because before I was just using Faropelka. So cleanup was actually pretty fun. but that took a very long time to make. And that's why I didn't make another one in Illustrator. Well, this program combines the strength of raster with the editability and flexibility of vector. Using the vector in CSP or Clip Studio is amazing. However, you have to find an appropriate brush.
Okay, maybe I don't have it.
I know you have several of the stickers I drew.
I do. I can't find them.
Oh. Don't you have them all, like, in something, or...?
You know what? I just realized that. Where the hell did that poster go?
What poster? I don't know what I use. It's Japanese. I went through multiple brushes. I used one that was very similar to the stock CSP brush for the pen, and I used that for the longest time. Most of the artwork that you see when I switch to vector is using that. Since then, I went to this one that was really, really feathery and semi-transparent, and it was a real struggle to work with. That one I did the jelly drawing in, along with the Valentine's Riker drawing. But I recently discovered a different one, which I made the previous kind of the one with Riker with the big sword, tech sword thing. That's the brush I'm using right now, and this is the brush I'm happiest with. It kind of has that wispy look to it. Some parts can get semi-transparent. You see the overlap, but it also can get solid. So it's the best of like all worlds, and you can make very, very nice lines with it, depending on how hard you're pressing down, which I really needed. Keep in mind, this is all vector. It looks like raster. Yeah, I can grab my brushes and send them to you, or put them up, or whatever. Or maybe I just look up what they're called, and they are available. These are all free brushes. You can use the CSP asset store and grab them from there. Every time now before I start drawing, I always visit just to see what's new and what could be useful. Probably just telling you what the brushes are would be easier.
Yeah, I'm realizing that a bunch of the stickers that I had in that one frame, I can't find them.
Huh.
I don't know what I did with them.
Clearly you got angry with me and threw them away. These are
No.
Nova Crusaders. I hate that guy. As for clothing lines and stuff like this, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I just keep messing with it until it looks like it'd be realistic. Plus having some knowledge of how cloth works, but I'm not particularly good at it. So I usually spend a great deal of time just randomly doing it. Pascal just
Okay, I found it.
oh, nice. Pascal just opens up all his drawers and cabinets to Piva merch. Is that true?
Do what?
Do you like open up a drawer and just Pippa merch just falls out everywhere?
Actually, apparently, for whatever reason, they were in a box that had the messed up Pippa 333k merch.
Sad.
So like the damaged pixelated art t-shirt and the first quote-unquote summer scarf was in that box. But I also for some reason had one of my other Pippa prints in there too, in one of those cardboard tubes. So now that I found that, I'm gonna put it in a frame and do something with it, I guess.
I always just wing it for clotheslines. Skirts are the worst. Yeah. Like I said, I wing it too. I have found a few things for skirts that kind of help. Basically, what I use for the sleeve here. If it's a wavy one, generally have a sharp line right here. And then you just kind of do that. And usually what gives it the depth afterward is adding lines like that, along with interactive lines along the waist. Kind of show it cinched, or you can just skip them too. And then for a sharper one, sharp line once again, like a pleated one. Just kind of go like that. It requires a lot of extra cleanup though, just because it's probably not the best way to do it. But with the waviness, just do it. See what you get. If you don't like it, then just tweak it. Alright, I need to delete all this hair. I don't really want to do it. We'll go ahead and use the invisibility color to get rid of it. So I'm not actually deleting anything. No reason to get rid of perfectly good drawing. I do use the hard brush I use for most of my other drawings. I kind of gave sterile lines. I use that for doing, bold stuff, obviously. Skirts was played is death. I actually made a texture in Photoshop for that. For plaid. And then I just use the mesh transform tool. To make it curve. Because that's what I do for Riker's top. Right here. It's actually a flat image that I have as a vector, so I can resize it however I need it to be. And then I just copy and paste that into the drawing and use the mesh tool. To make it conform to the shape needed. And it makes making complicated shapes and stuff a lot easier. Or not shapes, or patterns. There it is. Patterns and designs, especially when you need to do it multiple times. It was a really big deal in the little questions comic that I did, because you'll see that the pattern is present in each one, even though they're kind of simplistic throwaway drawings. They're not very complicated, but the pattern there is in every single one, because all I gotta do is bring it in and use the mesh transform. It's very easy to do. And I highly recommend doing it with vector if you can do it. Obviously a texture is a little bit different. Also, anyone watching, just ignore the whole I'm not going to talk much, because now I'm on a roll. Beginning of the stream, I was more focused. But creating patterns, if you have access to Photoshop, even an older one, like Photoshop's fantastic and making patterns. Like the Pippa one with Tenma in there. Her pants are plaid. That's a pattern I made in Photoshop. And like I said, mesh transform. That one took a bit of a struggle, and it's actually 2 instances of the pattern. One going up the leg and one down the leg, or the upper and lower leg. And then I just use heavy shading at parts to hide the seams. I use Photoshop quite a bit still. Been using it for years. Not gonna up and abandon it now. Though I use CS5. I'm not gonna buy the new stuff. I'll just keep using my old one. It does everything I need it to do. I suppose you could also, use GIMP, but I remember back in the day, like 2000s, when everyone wanted Photoshop to make their form signatures and all that. And then I'd be like, yeah, just buy Photoshop. It's it only costs you a measly $600. And everyone always balks at them like, well, you can always download the GIMP. It's free. And then they're always like, oh, thank you. Can you teach me how to use it? I'm like, no, I don't want to know how to use that thing. It's just too different from Photoshop. My first Photoshop was Photoshop 6. Then I used Photoshop 4 because I had an old Mac, like a really old Mac, and that's what I had for it. I had Photoshop 6 still, but sometimes you just want to use an old computer. So I'd use 4, and I colored multiple drawings on it. They didn't look good. You still with us, Pascal?
No, I died.
Sad.
Sad. No, I went and grabbed something to drink. I ran out of water.
Water.
I drank all of mine.
Ever play Dead or Alive?
Nope.
Oh. There was this character. I think it was John Lee or something like that. Obviously a Bruce Lee kind of character.
Ah, okay.
And he would do this kind of spin around and then hit you with both his elbows. And when he would do it, he'd go wata, but he would say it in such a way it sounds like he's saying water. So whenever I play with my friends, we'd be like, "Would you like some water?" And then you hit them off the stage.
Yeah.
He's also a waiter. That's his normal job. So it kind of just
Interesting.
played into it even more.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've been working on lately is normally with Vector, I want everything clean. I don't want a whole bunch of excess things in my paths. Now I just don't care. And I'll just have a bunch of extra lines that make everything a mess. I'd say this as I clean these things out. But mainly the ends of hair. Because before I would go through and just delete and try to reshape it all. And I'd get these, use the wrong pen, awful looking ends. Now I just reinforce them and add more. And they look a lot more natural. I don't know why I just tried to use the eraser there. Oh, there it is. I never played the original Dead or Alive. I started with 2 on the Dreamcast. When I got a Saturn, I already had a Dreamcast. I got my Saturn used. And then I had to catch up a little bit. So I don't have the cool 3D game pad. Never actually played Knights, unfortunately. That's something I should look into now. I'm sure Knights did not age well. But it doesn't mean that it's bad, even now. Because some games that haven't aged well are still a lot of fun to play. As long as you go into it knowing they're old. Anything you want to add, Pascal?
No. I never had a Sega Dreamcast or a Sega Saturn.
You were Nintendo 64.
Very much so.
Well, tell us about your love of the Nintendo 64.
Boy, do I love the Nintendo 64. It is fantastic.
Seriously.
Boy, do I love it.
That wasn't convincing at all.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
Knights is still fun. It was weird back then. It's still weird now. That's good. That's good to know. That game was weird. I might not have played it, but I definitely knew about it. It was kind of a moment where it's like, wait, the Saturn can do that? Man, I miss the old consoles. The old console wars.
I just can't believe you don't believe me.
I know you like the Nintendo 64. It's just what you said that didn't sound convincing. I've seen your posts on Twitter about the Nintendo 64. I know you love it.
I do.
It was a good console.
It was a great console.
PlayStation was ultimately better, but
Yeah, it was.
that
I'll
was
concede that.
only
but
because of the games.
The games that I had the most fun on were on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Nintendo 64 was vastly superior technology-wise, but
Yeah.
it was a pain to develop for. So, a lot of the sweet games everyone loved came out for PlayStation only.
Yeah.
Until near the end, when it started changing, but that's, you know, the end times of the console. You're not going to make up lost ground then.
Yeah. Plus, that was the only way to get my Star Wars fix.
Yeah, you played yeah, you played all the Star Wars games on there, didn't you?
Yep. Actually,
Good.
still own all of them too. Still own my original Nintendo 64, although it doesn't power on anymore.
Yeah. Wow, this drawing has come a long way since the beginning of the stream.
Yep.
Guess I'll get rid of... Oh, wait. No, I still need the original layer. I need to add the other side of the cape.
Just wish I had bought more of the other Nintendo games that I played on there.
Yeah. Knights is very arcadey. You gotta play it like a Sega arcade game rather than a platformer. And Saturn was better than all of them. It didn't win the console war. But it was a very good console. Actually, Saturn is part of the reason why Sega went under. Because when they came out with Dreamcast, they were already in rough shape from the Saturn. Not doing as well. And, of course, Dreamcast didn't live up to expectations, at least their expectations.
Yeah.
They needed something to pull them out of the fire, and it didn't. It did well, it was not like a failure, but they needed something to really help, and it did not do that. It did win that. It did win the You Missed Out award. Oh, right, the chains. Ugh. Chains on the belt. I'll do those a different time.
Oh man.
You want to see me draw the chains?
He hates my chains.
Or I also have the belts to do here.
Nah, I really don't care.
Maybe we'll just do basic, something basic. Let's see. I need to see, look at the reference. Did you know Sega could have had the graphics GPU of the Nintendo 64 in the Saturn?
No.
They had first dibs.
So what did they do?
They kind of wasted their time. The developers, Silicon Graphics. They called them in and be like, let's see a demo of what you can do. And they're like, that's all very impressive, but we have our own monstrosity. And that was the Saturn's like dual processor thing.
Yeah.
But they could have had dramatically superior 3D graphics
Yeah.
if they took it. I'm not sure if they could have had that and the incredible 2D graphic potential the Saturn had. Because nothing beat the Saturn at the time for 2D graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sega did fumble really bad. Which is a shame because I know Nintendo is always seen as being the great innovator of video games. They really weren't. It was Sega. Sure, Nintendo did some good stuff. interesting, innovative stuff too. But Sega was like, they would try all the crazy ideas.
And now they're gone.
They're not gone, they're just diminished.
They're gone. It's all over.
I mean, look at the state of video games these days. They're so devoid of anything interesting. I mean, sure, you'll have a few good games here and there, but hardware-wise, they're just glorified computers. Or not even glorified computers, they're underpowered computers.
Yep.
I definitely prefer the older game consoles, which, I mean, they're still technically computers, but they don't feel like computers.
Right.
Nintendo was good at indoctrinating kids. It was. They had really good marketing. Although they'll never be able to compete with Sega does with Nintendo. You just can't beat that. Also, the whole eyeball screaming Sega thing, brilliant. You can't get more 90s than that. At some point, I need to design the scythe thing. That'll come later. Exactly. They were custom hardware made for games. Exactly right. And the funny thing is, you look at their specs, they're atrocious for the time. But they were designed in such a way to just... They perform so well at what they were made to do. No, these are on the same layer. I mess with the belts later, same with the skirt and the boots and all that. I'd say it's a pretty good start though.
Yeah.
Oops. I feel like this wing placement might be wrong though. This arm needs to be longer. Yeah, the wing's wrong. Let's get a line in here. Whoops. She's twisted around. Okay. Technically. It'd be connected right here, so. Because the line will be running through right here. Oops. Grabbing more than I want. Oh, that's not right. These lines are too thick. Temporarily hide these. Put that on its own layer. I've considered reaching out to the Cotton Boys. I'm not familiar with who that is. How are you doing on the old deepometer?
I'm falling asleep.
Ah. Why don't you do a little jig with your model there?
What? A jig?
Yeah, you know, a little dance.
No.
All you gotta do is shake your head around.
No.
Oh, Tommy's their mod. Okay. There could peepees turn streamers like yourselves. That's pretty cool. I mean, I might be open to it. Can't speak for anyone else. Well, hang in there, Pascal. I'm almost done with stream.
Okay. I'll try not to fall asleep again.
Oh, did you actually fall asleep?
Yeah, I did.
I'm pretty much just gonna fix it this wing so it's presentable.
Okay.
And then do one more flyby of it, the drawing. Also, anyone who's interested in video game streams, I will be continuing my playthrough of Frontier Hunter tomorrow. I already have a waiting room for it. We're a bit later in the game, but it's still a Metroidvania game, so gameplay-wise, it's still approachable. What is this thing? I think this got moved. I don't know what this is anymore. I think this is the shoulder? What is this thing? I accidentally
That's a good question.
accidentally moved it. I think when I was moving the wing around, and I don't know what this is. Alright, that's the shoulder, I think. Well, it's gone now. Let's redraw the shoulder then. It'll be about right here. Whoops, I had invisible ink on. Whoa, that's not my drawing. Oh, I know what that was. I had the cape.
Oh, okay.
It was some baseline wrinkles for the cape. That's what that was. Get rid of this. It's like I'm posted on Twitter.
Yippee. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, you're working on a Saturday again?
Yep.
I'm going to add a blade for the scythe, so people know what's going on. Otherwise it looks like you're just posing with a pole. And I know Mullenton will have a heyday with that.
Oh yeah, you will.
We'll hide this with invisible ink. It's the wrong brush. It's still the wrong brush. Yeah, I need to finally get around to getting a mouse, because I went from double clicking to some triple clicking, and now I'm hitting no clicking. How many hours you're working tomorrow?
Full 8 to 5.
Yuck.
Very yuck.
Oh, I need to hide this here. Or wait a minute, that's going in front. I need to hide this. And the nice thing is I could just delete the invisibility path. Let's watch. See, it's selected right here. You don't see anything. If I delete it, it comes right back. So I can easily restore it when I'm ready to resume. Probably just cut these actually. Good thing you can't listen to the music, Pascal.
Yeah, that bad?
It's not bad, but it will... It probably would have put you to sleep even faster.
Oh, okay.
It's relaxing music.
Oh, and to answer Daniel's question, I don't typically work more than 40. Like, there are some days where I do have to stay and work late, but it's usually not more than like another hour or so. And then there's a schedule that gets released, and it's typically like every couple months I have to go in and work on a Saturday, and it's basically a full 8 to 5. So not typically more than 40 a week, but sometimes I do.
Alright. Well, I think I'm going to call it here.
Okay.
So, let me center it up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for joining Pascal. It helped liven things up, I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Made it more fun.
Yeah.
Anything you wish to advertise?
No, not really. I mean, we still have our normal Derail Valley stuff on Mondays, and we
Yep.
do have the Satisfactory collab coming up next Sunday.
Yeah, not this Sunday, but the
Not
following.
this Sunday, following Sunday. So,
And that should be at 2. I also have a waiting room up for that, for anyone
Yeah.
curious. Alright. Once again, thanks for watching, and